Hello everyone, it's Cress aka Lady Taka, and I'm wearing my Perry Platypus hat today. So, someone requested 2 videos in a row to show some of my advertising toy collection. So I'm going to do that, but this becomes a really long video, fair warning. And also, I have 3 totes in my room, 2 full toys and 1 to start putting toys in as I go through them. So, I do know what started this off, this whole collection, and it was, when I find him, I'll identify him, but it was this line of General Mills. But it started with the Trix Rabbit because my uncle used to call me Silly Rabbit as a kid. So it all started with that. But, so, I have Wendell the Baker here. As a cute little plush. And Lucky the Leprechaun for Lucky Charms. Wendell is the guy for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, by the way. He's one of the 3 chefs. They only made him in the plush that I'm aware of. I've got quite a few of these Rhino Court guys. It's a medication, but they're very cute rhinos in costume, and this one's the safari one. Alright, we're going to take the hat off. It's getting in the way. Then we have the Nesquik Bunny. And yes, some of these still do actually have their tags on. A lot of these are from like late 90s, early 2000s. So yes, Nesquik milk to make chocolate milk. And I actually put this in my Easter basket one year. I got Chuck E. Cheese here. And it actually came with a tag protector and everything. And about, I'd say 95% of these at least came from rummage sales or their stores. So, a few more cereal ones. I'm sure the Trix Rabbit must be in here somewhere. Of course, I could not resist Count Chocula since I am a vampire freak. And apparently your nose is really going out of the way. All scrunched together in the box. Then we have the Cookie Hound, or Cookie Crisp cereal. You'll find I have a lot of cereal ones. Oh, Cookie Crisp. Then we have this very cute bear where I didn't even try and take the Goodwill tag off. It's for Del Monte. And there's actually a cute little story about Brawny Bear. His name is Brawny Bear. So, on one day, the country yumpkins were gathered in their playhouse, but they were sort of sad. "I want to go to the county fair," said little Sweetie Putty. "Me too," said Cocky Crow. "There are ever so many things to see and do," but chimed in Fluffy Lamb. "Who will take us? We have no way to take us to the county fair." Just when they thought there was no hope at all, they heard a thump-thump on the playhouse door. "What can that be?" they all whispered. "Thump-thump." "Cocky, you look through the window," suggested Sweetie Pie. And when he did, and lo and behold, there was their friend Brawny Bear standing at the door. So, cute little story goes along with it. So this is Brawny Bear, which I never would remember without the tag. Alright, this is where this video is really getting long, because I have to stop for a second and flip. And I'm really bad at editing videos. Alright, next pile. No, everyone stay on the bed, please. Alright. This one I absolutely adore, because you don't know what he is offhand without his tag. He is the cutest raccoon ever, and he is a lazy boy raccoon. And he does sit very nicely for display on your lazy boy if you happen to have one. So, I just love how they didn't make him completely look fakey. So, another Rhino Court. This one's their security guard cop version. Yeah, Rhino Court's nasal spray, by the way. We got Twinkie the Kid. We haven't had Twinkie in a while. This could be a bit worrisome. This is one of my favorites. It's a Heinz tomato ketchup packet, but it really looks cool because on the back you have liter of the packets. So it's kind of really plays on that leader of the pack thing. So, nice and different design. I like that too. Wells Fargo horse number 1. I never pay full price for these unless I happen to be like in someone's store and they have a specialty one. Again, most of these rummage sales. This one, I believe, is Prince, the gray one. He still has his thing. I usually pay up to $1 for the big pony. But I probably have 5 or 6 of these by the time we get done. Oh, you go right behind me right away. Then we have Miss Bluebonnet Sue for Bluebonnet Butter. So, you know, cross collectible doll as well as toy advertising. She's bigger, so. He's missing a shirt. I think these came with shirts originally, but this is an Idaho potato. So this is your Spuddy Buddy. Okay, and a Culver's Vanilla Cone. I think I also have a chocolate cone hiding in here somewhere too. We'll see. And then we got Mr. Peanut with tags still. Again, I don't necessarily try and keep the tags on. It's just how it works. And then this might not need to be in the advertising collection soon, but it's more about something that took over. It's a Y2K bug because you couldn't avoid it that whole year of 1999. Every time about Y2K bug. Plus, it's a very cute bug. Okay. As you can see, animals tossed in the air. And more. Here, we'll just let the Chick-fil-A cow greet you. Eat more chicken, don't eat cow. I also got Dad for Christmas last year a little Chick-fil-A restaurant for his village. We don't even have one of those, I think, in even any of Michigan. Trying to pull out more. Oh, they are all of different sizes. All right. I think that one was self-explanatory. Wow, some of these are still in their wrappers. Okay, back into frame. Can you guess? This is for crackers. This is the Goldfish Bunny for Goldfish Crackers. Obviously an Easter promotional. Then I got a teeny tiny Sugar Bear for Sugar Schmacks. Got a little shirt, although he does have a distinctive face. Nilla Wafers Ape Gorilla thingy. And it is official, not just someone stitching that in. Tag still says it too. Not the most creative advertising character, but for $0.25, which is what I probably picked up most of this for. I get all sad when I see this. This is Bo, the mascot for Bonanza. Our local Bonanza closed. But I did get to eat there the final weekend it was open, so that was good. So this is Bo. He does actually have eyes under his sunglasses, which it does show a slightly better quality toy, because some of them, you don't have eyes under there. So, okay, this is not plush. It is a vinyl, and it is for Pasta Accents, was this particular promotional that they added on. But it's Little Sprout for Green Giant. And I do not have the Green Giant. I know it's awful. But I have Little Sprout. Because that's who I found. Not in perfect condition. Someone obviously had fun inking him a little bit. But I decided those were freckles. Naked Bear. This usually comes with clothing on it. but I recognized it by the distinct face as a Shoney bear, and the tag was still on there. Usually they come in a bunch of different outfits. I think it's for a restaurant or amusement park chain. No, it's not Buzz. Take a second look. It is the honey maid bee for honey graham crackers. For honey made honey graham crackers. I can hold this because it's not real. It's not a real bee. I'm good. Okay, this is, I don't normally get them this large, but it is a Cheerios Kid doll. And yeah, looks like her hair is finally coming undone after a few years, but she just had it in pigtails. Don't even remember when I got that one. Oh, there it is. I knew I had a chocolate ice cream or a Culver's frozen custard to go with the vanilla, and this one's actually like a little keychain thing. Oh, this is Scoopy. So original in the name there. And then we have Dig'em for Sugar Smacks, or the one that's a lot like the Honey Bear cereal. They're like the same thing. Golden Crisp is one, Honey Smacks is the other. I think Honey Smacks is that one. But Dig'em the Frog. Oh, look at this. He's still in the wrapper I bought him in. It's Mr. Salty. I will take him out. From Nabisco for pretzels. Isn't that adorable? I think this might be one of the few I didn't get at rummage sale and actually got off of eBay or something. I think I got a lot of them. I think the next one was among them too. I'm not taking her out though. Her little tail is out of the bag anyway, but it's the Chicken of the Sea Mermaid. And speaking of tuna, I'm sure Charlie's somewhere in the box somewhere. Alright, gotta get up again. If I was good at editing, this would work better, but means I'm gonna pick one out. Oh, something must have fallen off this rhino court. I'm gonna find a costume at the bottom of the box. I told you we had Charlie the tuna in there somewhere. Or Starkiss tuna. So I have competing advertising icons there. Okay. I don't know if this is my only California raisin there, but here's one of them. And he's more of a bendy than a plush. His arms bend. So this is, of course, for California raisins. I used to watch the little cartoon it had, too. There used to be a cartoon for the California raisins in the late 80s, I think. And more cereal ones. Captain Crunch. And this is where you find out that Captain Crunch is actually made by Quaker. Yeah, totally throws you. But this is from the 1999 collection. And guess what? Captain Crunch's birthday is September 1st, 1963. Wow. See, even I didn't remember that. Alright. Toucan Sam for Fruit Loops. And he was born in 1963 as well. They don't say an exact date. Characteristic. Follow his nose. It always knows. Oh, look. Another Nesquik bunny. The last one I showed you was in a tux. This one just has a little collar on with it in. I suppose it's bound to happen. I'm bound to buy a repeat eventually. Yeah. This is a 7-Up Santa. Produced by Animal Fair, which seems weird, but they at least do look like they have real 7-Up signs on the thing, but I think this is Santa, or it's one of Santa's elves. I know 7-Up had like an elf promotion line. especially from Thanksgiving to Christmas. You're bigger, just go back there. And now for the other B in my collection. Buzz for Cheerios. And he doesn't have his tag, but that's the same General Mills line from that like 97, 98 year. I have a plush beanie style. Hear the beans in it. Pillsbury Doughboy. I do have some vinyls of him too. I do. But his date of birth, they only have 1965 down. He's always been there to bake everything more yummy, a playful guy who giggles when you poke his tummy. This friendly kitchen helper is also a toy more affectionately known as the Pillsbury Doughboy. I know I can't do the giggle, and really, they did miss the opportunity to put the little belly button there, which is on the vinyl figures. Then this, if you didn't tell by his shirt, is the rooster from Cornflakes. This is Cornelius Rooster. I wasn't kidding when I said I had crazy advertising collection. Assorted Sheep, number 35. You will see at least 4 or 5 others of Assorted Sheep if I have found my entire collection or not. But number 35. The cute one, the super cute ones are the ones that are fractions because they're babies. And then last, before I even get up again, is Spud McKenzie. Yes, I do collect advertising for beer companies as well. Can't discriminate just because they sell alcohol and I'm an addictions counselor. So, Spud McKenzie for Bud Light. He does still have his tag on his butt. But I love the fact he still had his like Hawaiian style shirt on him, because that easily could get ripped off. Alright, I have to move again. Trying to keep this video going. And once I've emptied one tote, then I empty the second tote into that tote. Alright, let's see. There's only a few more in here, including the vinyl figure I mentioned earlier. Oh, I guess he doesn't have a belly button on here. This is old school Pillsbury Doughboy, because this is one my mom had from when she was young. Oh, he doesn't make the noise anymore. But this is from 1971. Give me a second to put the lid on the next one before I sit down to this one. I swear all my cereal ones except the Trix Rabbit that started it all are in this box. Alright. Sunny, the Cocoa Puff bird. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I love that he has this little jacket on, instead of just running around naked. This one is for Cocoa Wheats, which is a brand that might be around in like the South now. But, alright, he seems to have recovered nicely. I know when I bought him, he'll ever feel damp to me because it was downpouring, and I normally don't buy toys when it's downpouring or selling. But I know he was so rare because I found an ad from like the 1970s with him in it, and I was like, oh my god, that's the Cocoa Wheat Bear. So, I get it. It's good that his shirt stayed with him because I don't think I would have identified him otherwise. A teeny tiny Ernie the Elf from Nabisco's Elf Cookie line. I also do have a tree bank from would be his tree. That's in my room right now. This one I used my Coke reward points to get. I did. It's the Barks Root Beer Dog, because Barks got bite. Tell me that's not freaking cool. I mean, it's stupid concept, but they even had it in a commercial. Please look it up on YouTube. Barks Dog commercial. It's hilarious to watch one of these try and fight someone. Oh, there's another California raisin, this one with sunglasses. And again, you gotta know quality. Well, they were glued to his eyes because there's like glue stuck to them. He still does have eyes underneath. But again, bendy. Then we have the A&W bear. Yep, I do have a lot of bears, even though that's Rita's collection, but crossover. I could just leave them all out in this room and they'd be fine, but sadly, R&W killed itself by moving from where I live now out in Harvey to Marquette and moving to a smaller location where no one knew where the hell it was, even though it was right next to McDonald's. And they used to have a drive-in and everything still. They ruined it. And then this is actually a very complicated one. This is the 7-Up spot. And it's actually a window cling. And very weirdly, see if I can get the 7-Up's logo there, a hanging thing with an opening. And it opens into a 7-Up basketball toy. It's definitely different. Definitely different. I just prefer the 7-Up spot myself. So we'll just zip him back up. And we're already past the 20-minute mark, and we're not even through one. We just are getting through one tote. And then this one's just a monkey business monkey. But I always love when they make it so you could actually like use the tail. But you wouldn't know he was anything for anything if he had lost his shirt. Alright. Throw these into this tote. And on to the next. And I did not find an extra costume for this naked rhino yet. But we are going to tote number 2. So we'll pull up some and we'll see if anything else got mixed in here. Alright, this one you might not recognize right away. His name is Eddie, and he's an Arctic cat. So he's the guy who's going to fix all your snowmobile needs. When I found him, like, it's something I would have just rolled over normally, but then I noticed the Arctic cat was so lovingly stitched up there. I was like, well, that has to be for some company. And I'm like, Arctic. Oh, duh. This is actually a Kodak thing, and it's specific for the U.S. ski team. Crazy colorful characters. This one is Star. Hi, my name is Star, Colorkin's Critter. And this one's nice and small. I do try to find the smaller ones. But I saw in St. Vinny's the other day 3 giant ones of these of the different colors. And I resisted. No, you have to wait for your partner. This isn't necessarily advertising. It's just my university's mascot for Northern Michigan University. But it's a wildcat. If my graduate university had a proper mascot, I would have that probably running in here, but I think it's on a shelf somewhere. Where I found something similar, because it's a hound with like the Dear Stalker cat for Sherlock Holmes. Always thought it was perfect. This one, you'd only tell what it was for by the little Pampers logo. Apparently this koala advertised diapers. Then we have a Cop's Cop. I believe this was a grocery store chain. This is the Inspector. This is one of my favorites because you never think, oh, you've all seen Cliff Notes, but did you know they had a kangaroo for their mascot? I didn't. Then this is kind of a specialty one. This is from the Michigan DNR, so Department of Natural Resources. This is actually a law enforcement division. It's for a boater safety program for passing boater safety. So it's a bear wearing a life jacket. And by the way it feels, I think it would actually function as a life jacket for the bear, like a real one. Like it would make him float. But that was unique. Then we have one of the pink dogs for Victoria's Secret. My goodness, someone paid $10 for this. I didn't even see that before. Look, $10 on the tag down there. I didn't pay $10. I think I paid a quarter, maybe. But it has the Pinks Love and Rock and Roll All Around the World 86 Tour Victoria's Secret. So kind of a retro shirt on. I think this came out in the 90s. And then a TiVo for your, the first TVR. And he still has his little tag on him even. Pause live TV. Easily record your favorite shows every time they air. Record without videotape. Wow. This company, and then every offshoot copying them, which is great for binge watching. Alright, give me a minute. I have to start throwing these into the other one. And I see some of my regular stuffed animals ended up in here the last time we threw a concert. Yep, some of my regular animals ended up in here from the concert. Alright, these two go together, and I don't know if they work anymore. There's a little squeeze here thing that's never come off of Ray here. So we got Ray the gerbil and Carl the rabbit. And if you grew up in the 90s, you should recognize these blockbuster sellers. Alright. Ray Munchies, sign Libra, best punchline, doormat. I thought you said wombat. And then Carl here is Carl Pettified. Has 274 cousins on his father's side and 312 on his mother's. Most prized possession, 1999 County Fair Blue Ribbon Husbandry Award. So I don't know if these work anymore. No. And I don't know how you'd unstitch them to put new batteries in, but they used to talk. And talk back and forth at each other if you timed it right. But those were for Blockbuster. And then, of course, you'll recognize Snuggle Bear for Snuggly Soft Dryer Sheets. Has a soft spot for kids. Yeah, I saw a really bad Robot Chicken episode on that. So, and this is the one that's not a puppet. There might be a puppet in here somewhere. I know I had multiples of some. Here's an Intel Inside guy. This is for the Peninsula Hotel in Chicago. Yet another bear dressed in costume, but for a quarter or 50 cents, I can't resist. And then we have an RCA. Nipper or Chipper. I only don't know if it's Nipper or Chipper because you really have to have the other one to compare next to it. It's about the size Nipper normally is next to the huge one. But it's an RCA dog. Okay. More into baskets. And this, even when I get through both totes, this may not be my whole collection because I may have mixed them up with the other totes in my other toy collections. And this doesn't include advertising characters that are cartoon characters in their own right, like Pink Panther. Because I've already spotted a few toys that aren't advertising in here, so. Oh, more ponies. Okay. This is actually cross collectible, if I remember correctly. This is the dog for pets.com. But I seem to remember him moonlighting on another product. But his collar is a watch. It's kind of funny that they kept that detail in. But he would always do interviews. So he's got his little microphone. Oh, this one still has its tag on him. Here, let me read. Dandy, another legendary Wells Fargo horse. Beginning with the California Gold Rush, Wells Fargo wagons moved passengers' gold and treasure shipments, mail, and important packages across town and country. Steadfast steeds like Dandy became a familiar sight on main streets all across America. Dandy joined the Wells Fargo office in Auburn, California in October 1895. Wells Fargo paid $18 to get this beautiful new team member. Top dollar in those days. So he's still got his original tag, but he's also got his bandana on. Again, giant horse. Little horse mixed in. Okay. And this one's Molly, who still has her tag too. It's a later version. It's 2008, but they still have a little story background on her. She's a white horse. Molly was a beautiful white mare. She was also a stagecoach horse from Roseburg, Oregon, who led her team on many journeys. In September 1880, Molly pulled the stage, bringing President Rutherford B. Hayes into Roseburg while he was traveling to the West Coast. That's pretty impressive. And another bear in my collection, the Sleepy Time Travelodge Bear. Travelodge, where you can go to sleep. Then I have a little Harley Davidson hog, and he is set up to ride a motorcycle. I just know he's set up to ride a motorcycle, but he did not come with a motorcycle. But he's still got his cute jacket, and what's really funny is under the jacket, there's still an orange shirt. So even though this isn't a button, they made sure he had a shirt on underneath. But, you know, he's got his little biker boots on with heels on them. Bunch of detail there. Okay. Getting closer to the bottom. Alright. I see more ponies. You know, I'm now convinced that I am at the bottom of this box, that some of my advertising toys must be mixed in with my regular toys. Because this definitely can't be all, especially because I'm finding other toys here. This, I think, we picked up when we were camping at the Newberry KOA. So it was just one I got in the toy shop one day. A Best Buy tag with his tag still on there, which I find really funny. A tag on a tag. But which pony is this? I'm not sure which pony this is, but it's another Wells Fargo pony. The next one has his tag still on. This one's the black pony named Al. Black with the white on it. Alright. Like many Wells Fargo wagon drivers, W.A. Zeifel was attached to Al, his faithful black horse that pulled his express wagon around downtown Denver. When he learned Al was to be sold to another employer, he worried that Al wouldn't have the same excellent care he received from Wells Fargo. He asked him his grant permission to purchase the horse himself, at which point he retired Al to the family ranch where he could live out his days. That's a very cool story. And there's actually a picture of the original Al and the guy who bought him and let him retire. The thing is, Wells Fargo ponies, they are very soft. They really, really are. This little guy could be almost any golden retriever, but this one is the Cottonelle one. Now, I don't see it here, but somewhere in my boxes of toys, somewhere, is probably Duke from Baked Beans commercial, but I'm not sure where since I seem to be running out of things, but I do have a few in here that are other things. So this one's a dog. This is for C.O. Bigelow, which I don't even know what it is, but it's obviously he was harnessed to something because there's harnesses on his collar. So maybe he helped pull something, and there's this really beautiful medallion on him. his name is Clarence. Hi, I'm Clarence, the official mascot for C.O. Bigelow Apothecaries, New York. Maybe he pulled the apothecary wig. I don't know. This seems to be where the dogs are. Here's one, my target dog. Nice simple one with just the red collar on. Then I got a March of Dimes, which you have to really unfold the blanket to see. March of Dimes bear. With the tag. Me and My Blankie is what this is entitled. So March of Dimes is an organization that raises funds to help with premature kids. So since I was a premature baby, I picked it up. And just a couple more that are actually advertising related. The Mall of America bear, which is just an etched bear. And then to go with all those Wells Fargo ponies, I got Jack, the dog, from it. Jack. Beginning with California Gold Rush, dogs like Jack help guard gold and treasure shipments as they move from many mining camps to safekeeping to Wells Fargo's offices. Jack was a symbol of security and faithful service to all and remains your friend today. So, 35 some minutes later, that is the start to my advertising collection because, as I said, some of them are probably mixed in with the other toys since I found about 6 just toys in here, including what must be my entire Beanie Baby collection of, I'll just show you real quick, a horse. I have him because he shares my birthday, July 5th. A weasel martin kind of thing because it's the closest thing to a pine martin, and they don't really define what it is. It says ferret, a mongoose, a weasel, a mink. What am I? What do you think? So I figured he could be a pine martin, which is my clan. And then class of 99 from when I graduated high school, owl. Again, don't know why those are mixed in there, but there's like a dog that looks like my dog Sparky growing up, and like a yellow elephant and a chick. So those got mixed in there. So there might be a few, because obviously I didn't find the Trix Rabbit in that mess, and I know that's what started the whole collection. So it must be the only one that didn't go with the rest of them. So we'll see. You know, then there's the advertising characters again that, you know, are regular cartoon characters, and I have more totes of just cartoon characters. So maybe in a few weeks I'll do that. I don't know. So, if you're still watching, congratulations, you made it through. Hopefully that satisfies those that were curious about that. So, thanks for watching.